Guten Tag, everyone. This is going to be Eden Zero, chapter 115, The Battle of Foresta. And for the cover page, it looks like I don't know. It looks like Witch, but I'm not really sure because of the hairstyle change. So I don't really know who this character is, but I reckon it's Witch. But yeah, let's go on with the chapter. So we got the whole glue stuff, and yeah, Pino looks like he's been a target for the glue guy, and just before Pino gets hurt, we see friendship rage from everyone, especially Shiki and Happy as well. Actually, yeah, it was mostly Rebecca and Happy kind of distracting glue guy, and something I thought was funny was just how much power she has, and raw strength, where he actually deroots the tree and he just whacks him with the the tree himself. So I thought that was pretty hilarious. But it just goes to show how strong Shiki is, and everyone's reaction was pretty hilarious, especially the glue guy. His blank expression was pretty funny anyway. But yeah, with that, this fight kind of goes on a little bit. And this glue guy is pretty formidable. He looks kind of jokerish, especially with his face in some of these panels. But he puts up a decent fight. And it looks like his ether ability is the glue itself, and not only does he is he able to produce glue. When Shiki does eventually manage to make contact with him, it looks like he's actually able to turn himself into blue. I mean glue, because when Shiki punches him it looks like in the face as well. You can obviously see that his face has kind of turned into gluey substance. So yeah, that was interesting to see. Aoife can go that crazy anyway. Actually, we've already seen something like this because Laguna can do the same situation as well. But yeah, this is going to be kind of difficult to deal with. This is very similar to Logia types One Piece, obviously. And yeah, the glue guy, he actually managed to dispose of Shiki quickly with a glue kick, I call it anyway. So yeah, and that was pretty crazy. These guys are pretty strong, especially these are just lackeys of Poseidon anyway. And we get the rest of the group coming anyway. It looks like there's only the trio, and there was a bit of exchange which I found quite interesting anyway. How the glue guy is pretty much saying that robots are only good for being smashed and stuff like that, and then we get his female friend coming along and being like, "You're offending Orc. He's half human." And so I thought that's interesting conversations anyway to have anyway. But what's more interesting is the orc guy. He has a decapitated robot as well, and this looks like the robot maybe from earlier, or I might be wrong, but it might not be. So yeah, so now there's three of them as well. It's going to be kind of tough for them to deal with them anyway. So okay. Hmm. So this chick has some interesting glasses where she can identify people, and she finds out he's the Demon King, and apparently he's the same as Shura. Shura's what? Shura's what? It just kind of cuts out. So it looks like there's some interesting development between this orc and who he is. So that could be interesting to find out. What the link between these two are. But then we kind of get a little cut to the three temporary members, and they're kind of just doing their own thing, and kind of defending their base. And they're pretty proficient in that instance. And obviously, comic relief was pretty funny as well. Moscow, who's able to fly just by flapping his arm, was pretty funny. And even good old Moscow, he's pretty reliable in this instance. You can see him kind of kicking ass as well. And the most interesting development in this chapter was definitely at the end, when obviously Hermit has not been responding to them. So they're kind of wondering what Hermit's up to, and it's very interesting to see how this concept plays out anyway. So apparently she's trying to figure out how all the androids and the planets were hacked simultaneously, trying to figure out where the server is, or if she's using the internet. And so the reason why she's really upset is because there is a possibility that the four starshines could get hacked instead. And if that happens, that could be quite catastrophic. Considering how powerful these androids are anyway, and they're just so cool. And if that does happen, that would be really unfortunate. And yeah, it'd be difficult to deal with because they're their friends. So you can't really kill them in that instance. So yeah, that is definitely a major issue to be had. a big trouble anyway. But hopefully that doesn't happen. But it looks like it could happen. It might happen to one or two of them, and hopefully it doesn't happen to the main girl, Sister Ivory. You know, she's definitely my favorite. Best girl of the show so far, anyway, for me. Hopefully she doesn't get hacked. But apart from that, yeah, it looks kind of grim anyway. But there wasn't really much going on this chapter in terms of plot wise. You know, just a lot of setup and just little riff raff, I call it. But hopefully the next chapter will pick up a bit more pace. But that's all from me. Bye.